Hi Pisces, how's it going? We are here with a timeless reading for you. The first card that we have out is Page of Pentacles. The second card we have out is Three of Cups. I get the feeling of you contributing something here. See how this Page of Pentacles is sort of bringing something into the Three of Cups? Three of Cups is about connection. Three of Cups is about bringing something together. It can be like making peace of some sort. And I feel like you have something very, very powerful, very, very significant to contribute here. Maybe this is going to be part of bringing something together. This can also be about bringing people together as well, Pisces. Saying something about a conflict that's been going on. You know about this. Conflict going on, learning about this, observing this, being aware of this. Maybe there's also something that you can learn from this with Page of Swords here. Maybe also too, you're seeing something and you're not sure what exactly to do about it initially or immediately. It's kind of like, I don't know. For some of you, this can be something where like maybe you aren't directly related to this situation and you can be sort of coming in and saying like, hey, how can we get this to work? Maybe in like a peacemaker type of way. But for others of you, if this is like your own personal situation that you're in, this feels like something that's going on with you and another person where there's like been some type of conflict or there's been some type of issue and you may want to. With Page of Pentacles and Three of Cups, I definitely get this feeling of wanting to move in the direction of things coming together, like things being okay, of there being peace, of there being reconciliation. Like that's for sure. Having this Five of Wands and having Page of Swords can be like, I'm getting information and like I'm learning things and I'm seeing things and I'm noticing things, but I may not know what the best way is moving forward. Like maybe I feel like I could do this or I could do that, but I don't really know what the best thing is to be doing here. And having Hermit and the Lovers can be you looking at a relationship. Again, whether this be your own relationship that you're looking at and saying, I don't really know what the best way is to interact with this person, or you're looking at a relationship where you're sort of on the outside, but it's maybe like two people that you care about and you're like, I want them to be okay with one another. So there can be something like that that's going on. Let's just say that it's your relationship just for the sake of continuity here and making this less confusing. But just know that this can possibly, if you don't have anything going on with someone, this can be like somebody around you where you may be helping to bring things back together, like bridge something even. Four of Swords, Knight of Wands, things being put on pause. Four of Swords can be time to recoup a little bit actually before moving forward, to really make sure that intentions are in the right place. There can be a cooling off and there can also be a restoration that's happening. What's going to help taking action? It feels like actually addressing conflict head on here. in a way that's helpful. So rather than being deterred by something being a problem, to sort of go in there and address it. If that's what you want to do. Because I feel too like your energy is coming from a helpful place. I'm seeing something that was really heated up that's being cooled off. And then there's sort of an ability to think more clearly, to see more clearly. At that junction. Yeah. Okay, so something being hot that can be like a lot of intense energy, then being cooled off or cooled down, and then I'm seeing there be a more easily a way to do dialogue. It feels like if something is too like combustible or even too hot, you have to let it cool down, and then when it's cool you can like touch the pieces without burning your hands, energetically speaking. And there's also an ability to sort of see what's going on and to make like proper judgment call, because the cooling down has happened. Feels like it's easier to see what's going on, not blurred by anything getting in the way of you sort of thinking clearly, seeing clearly, and then able to problem solve from there. Able to have dialogue as well, because this looks like a conversation that's happening about something that can be challenging to try to work out, challenging to face even. I really do feel like what you're bringing to the table here helps resolve things. But there was definitely a need to just like let things breathe and cool down before doing this. And then going in there and addressing it. So it kind of happens in phases. Something that feels like a bit of a block, a wall that you are working through. It can be something that takes a lot of energy. Trying to sort of work together with you and this other person, or with you and these people, however it is that you're in this situation. So healing and resolving can occur. If things get fired up, I think taking time to actually let things cool off is really important. Even though there can be a want to like go back in there, it feels like if there is a knot and it's not being given time to relax, there can just be more of a knot that's created. And so in noticing that that's what's going on, that there was a need to sort of pull back and to let the cooling off happen, and then able to go back in once some of the cooling off has happened. So something's not like so hot anymore. Meaning, so something can settle down, so something can become more grounded, rather than there being a really heightened energy and then trying to, it's like if you're in some type of situation and the energy is really chaotic, problem solving isn't the thing to do when the energy is chaotic. The thing to do when the energy is chaotic is to bring it back down to ground level. Like you have to regulate the energy, and then once the energy is regulated, cooled off, then that's when you go in there and you address what needs to be addressed. And then things are settled enough where there can actually be a conversation that can actually be one that allows for resolving to happen. And that's really what's needed here. And that's the best way to work out this situation. That's how this is going to work. And that's how you're going to be most helpful in this as well. That's what I'm seeing. So go in there, you do your thing. It feels like talking from a grounded place is a really key component of this. There being like a more articulate conversation, factual, articulate, logical, that's really what helps. So this feels clear cut. And that this is going to allow for the restoration to take place. That there's also an understanding of your inner working, of also too what comes up to be resolved and what comes up to be addressed within you. Communicating from a grounded place, listening. Having Page of Swords here means that when we have Five of Wands next to Page of Swords, there is a need to be open to listening. Because if something has gotten all knotted up, there's a need to understand how it got like that. And Page of Swords is going to be that open ear listening to really see what was going on and see how things got like that. And that's going to be the remedy to resolving things. But if there's not even an understanding of how things got like that in the first place, how is it possible that that's going to be remedied? So listening is a really important part. Communicating is a really important part. Being open to learning and to hearing other perspectives, important part of this too. And that's how the working together can happen. From a grounded, I'm listening place, holding space, and then the working together can happen. Because then people feel like they're being heard, and it's just allowing it to like facilitate the coming back together of things, the reconciling of the energy. And that's really how this is going to be done. So that means too that if anybody's energy is too riled up, it's like really not the time to be trying to address this. There needs to be a grounded approach taken here where there is a sense of just calm tuning in and listening, and able to hold space and able to listen, and also knowing when one is not in the place to be doing that too. Like that's really how this is going to work. That's going to be the way to do this. And then I'm seeing things will be restored. This is the approach to take. This is the advice. This is how to move forward. This is how to address this. Because this feels like it's all about trying to figure out like, what do I do here? This is what to do here with this. This is going to be a matter of problem solving, listening, and communicating. And that means too, like it's really important having this energy of the King of Cups here as well. There's Page of Swords is going to be about listening and communication and learning. How did it get like this? The energy of the King of Cups is going to be about managing emotions and managing the energy, especially owning your own energy, everybody owning their own energy and doing this in a grounded way. And then lastly, with the Queen of Swords, that's going to be the problem solving that happens, that's able to happen. So there's the grounding energetically that has to happen, because if things are chaotic, it's not the time to problem solve. You have to ground the energy. Once the energy is grounded, so things are like calm enough, like it's cooled down enough to be able to work within it, then can be the listening that happens and the figuring out, seeing what was going on there, because things aren't really moving anymore. So it's able to then observe what's happening and to glean what needs to be gleaned from that, and then there will be the problem solving that happens. And then things will go back into right order. This is going to be themes of fixing, themes of listening and tuning in, figuring out like what the problem actually is. Because if somebody's approaching this like, I just want to fix it, but not willing to listen to what actually is going on, it's not going to go anywhere. And also too, if things are being taken personally, like if somebody has an issue, if you or whoever else is involved can't listen to this without taking offense, it's not the time to be doing it, because we need to ground the energy first before that. If there is that like not ready to listen and taking offense to somebody saying, like, I just need to be heard right now, but not wanting to hear what another person is saying and being like, you're saying something towards me, and just having it be problematic like that, it's gonna create more tension and friction and issue. Like, there needs to be a willingness to listen regardless of what's being said. That doesn't mean you need to agree. It means that you need to find out through listening and communication what's going on and where this came from, rather than taking it personally, and that being a big part of this too. And know that this is a collaboration of working together and problem solving together. And you and this other person need to understand where you guys are standing in order to communicate. And there needs to be a description of, I'm standing here for this reason and I'm feeling like this. And then you do your thing, and then you guys figure things out. Like, how do you get the energy to work together rather than opposing one another? Like, how do we get everything to move in the same direction? Okay? This is a challenging thing, but I'm seeing it can be resolved. This is not one of those situations where it's like you need to just like let it go. It can't be resolved. This is one of those things that it can be resolved and things can go back to being like flowing and stuff with you and this person, all right? Because I'm seeing this relationship, you guys are connected with one another where you guys are on this path together. You're meant to be on this path together. Like, you are each other's present and future currently. This is how it's meant to be happening. So this is something that the purpose of this is to resolve conflict and getting yourself into whatever place you need to be in to do exactly that. Okay? All right, my friends, we're going to leave the reading here. I'd like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I am sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.